Right, we're just going to take some measurements of this sewing machine so that we can draw a new insert. The first thing we need is the needle plate height. So we're measuring from the table to the top of the needle plate. Sometimes it's hard to get a measurement because of where the machine sits, so you might need to put a ruler there and measure it here. I'm working in millimeters. If you've got metric, that's good. If you have to do it in inches, we can convert it as well, but metric just makes it really easy. The next thing we want is the shape of the free arm, okay? And so often it's easier just to do a tracing. So I'm just using a piece of paper here and a pencil, and basically just by rubbing the pencil around the outside, it gives me a, gives me a reasonable tracing of the machine, okay? Alright, a little bit rough, but it gives me what I need, okay? I then need some references on there because if we photograph or scan this and send it by email, it'll change its scale. So I needed a line drawn down the middle, just anywhere, and 2 accurate marks on it, okay? And I use 200 millimeters, but you can use 8 inches if you're in imperial, okay? So I'm just putting 2 marks there and there, and that means when I come to do it, I can rescale the drawing to check that it hasn't shrunk or expanded in the process of sending it. And I'll do one the other way as well for 100 millimeters or 4 inches. Okay. So right at the front, so I know which is the front of the machine and which is the back. So this was the front of the machine. And then the most important measurement I usually need is this one here, right? So what I want is to use this ruler, sit it across the free arm, use something straight so that it sits hard against one side. Oops. And then measure that. And I can see that this one is 75 millimeters, okay, to that point there, wide. And I'll add a millimeter when I do the drawing, okay?